Hey, everybody. Hey, Kevin. All right, we're going to pick up where we left off in the morning. Keep track of maximum amount of sludge you can hold. We still don't know what values these are going to have. Like, what is 1,000 sludge? Well, we do keep track of a maximum amount of money, and we raise that every once in a while. Yeah, money limits. I mean, I guess we could just do the same thing here and just keep track of sludge limits. Sorry, this is an int. How was lunch? It was really good. I had chicken biryani. It was wonderful. And I had an apple and a vitamin. The vitamin was not lunch. All right, so first question is, do I want to do this? Because what does setting a maximum do for us? It makes it so you can't stockpile too much. Yeah, I guess that's why. I guess these can be pretty high as a result of that. And the first limit probably doesn't even really matter because you don't even have the farm before the first one of these, so maybe 0. Let's just set it to like 1,000 then. And then 1,000. And then, you know what? Why don't we just keep them the same as the money limits? What if we just treated sludge like it was the same general value as money? I'm not sure. I have no idea. Yeah. Let's just go with these numbers. It really doesn't matter. And then in the chef slime, let's cap whatever we have at our current money limit or town limit or whatever the heck. Money limit, max money is set to that. We have a set max money thing there. Yeah. Then we have a max money changed. We probably want to do all the same sorts of things here. Well, I was thinking, actually, you know what? I probably will just have them be the same thing for right now. It'll be easier to code. We have all the events already. Yeah. All right, let's go figure out where max money was defined. And we'll just do this. We'll just make max sludge. Return max money. And there is no setter for this. We just do that. This is a simplification for now, so that we don't have to come up with custom values or add events specifically for wisdom sludge yet. All right, there we go. Now, whenever you get wisdom sludge, which only happens in 2 places, we should consolidate them though. Private void modify wisdom sludge int delta. And then put those here, modify wisdom sludge. And same thing with wherever else we do this. Let's just put int delta equals that. Any others? No, that's it. All right, and then we want to do the same thing we did in town, which is figure out when you have more money than you can hold. Set money. What? What is this? How is this possible? Oh, I see. We're not checking if your money is greater than this. We check if the amount is greater than this. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess if wisdom sludge is greater than whatever the town can hold, town.max sludge, then we want to show a warning and we want to set this to whatever the maximum is. Now here we had a throttler thing for this. Can't convert long. Oh, right, that needs to be a long. Oh. Oh, we're gonna have a tiny problem with that, huh? All right, well, let's set it to an int and just hope that we can convert this. Actually, I'm not sure what happens when you try to convert a number that's outside of the range of an int. C# max int value. Here it is. So it's 2 billion. Okay, so we say long large number equals this. We'll just set it to 3 billion. So this is outside of the range of an int. Now what happens if I do console.writeLine int large number? It wraps. Okay. So there's no, what we would need to do, I guess, is say we want the int of math.min of whatever the largest integer is, which I think is what, int.max value. Yeah, so this should hopefully work. Yes, that does work. Okay, then that's what we're going to do here. Math.min int.max value. There. Now we have no problem with that. Yeah, it returns a negative value. I didn't know if it would cap it, but I guess it's pretty much just reinterpreting whatever bytes are used for long as an integer. So this will fix this. Now for this throttler thing, what is this? New time span show. Then we have to execute this thing anytime we are above this amount. This isn't so bad, except that I think this is probably annoying. Yeah. There's a call deferred in here. Why do we need to do things this way? Can we do a callable from? I'm gonna copy this stuff, but I think there's an easier way to do this. So what do we name this? Show max sludge warning. Warning throttler. Okay, and then this is what gets defined inside of ready. Also, hey, Strawn. I don't think I explicitly said hi. Show max sludge warning. Show max sludge warning deferred. Then we just need those functions. Yeah, cool. Sludge. Maximum wisdom sludge reached. And this is in the town, and we need to make a localized message for that. We'll go do that. All right, localized messages. And dynamically access members. So we're just going to call this at max wisdom sludge, at max sludge. Looks good. And then get that done. Okay, so is there any way we can simplify this? And does this even work? So right now the maximum is set to like 1,000, I think. Let's set the maximum to, let's set the max to 5. That way we can see this happen pretty early on. And we should only see an error message print once every 10 seconds, but it'll only print after we've harvested 3 carrots. So I'm going to harvest 1, 2, and now the third one should print an error. Yep, there it is. And then we should not get any more until 10 seconds have passed. That is 5 seconds, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now when the skeleton brings it over, it should print another message. Yeah, cool. That's working exactly how I want it to work. All right, not too shabby. There's one last place where we set this, though. And it is here. Yeah. Guys got the mascot to start farming? Yeah. Okay, so is there an easier way to do this? Can we do like callable.from and not have 2 different things here? Because that would be nice. All right, we know this way works. Callable.from. What's the problem with this? Cannot convert from callable to action. Can't it just be a function? Why does it need to be considered an action? Can't we have just said a function that or I guess an action is a function that takes in nothing. Action versus func C#. I don't know if there's a difference in terms of what I want to actually do. Add generate type func. Don't we use this in other places? I guess only with generics and only in 3 locations in the code anyway. Func has a return. Oh, maybe you can't set it to void? Okay. Man, is there a way then to do what I want to do from this? Oh, this is a Godot thing. C# make an action out of a method. Create an instance of the action delegate, assign your method to that. There's no way to just generically do this? We can't just pass in like that? You can? Okay, then that's a lot easier. Okay. Yeah. Also, frequently, Kevin is typing the same thing I'm doing at that time. I always wonder if you think that I'm reading your message and then doing it and then making it seem like, oh, I came up with this myself, but I really read your message, but I'm not really reading your messages beforehand. Yeah, this should work. We would only be able to test this if we set this back down to 5. And then we can clean up the code that uses this too, which would make me a lot happier. This is one of the problems I had with the throttler that we made, which is it just seemed obtuse to use, but it's not obtuse. I'm obtuse. Yeah, so we get an error. Now, no problem. Then we have to count to like 7 here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now clicking this should show an error again. Yeah, good. So you're the one who's cheating then. You see me solve it, and then you type it like 400 words per minute and get the message out. I knew it. I knew you could type it in human speed. All right, so we don't need this deferred thing here anymore. Yeah, that doesn't need to be there. And just the max sludge warning thing is fine, which means we can also clean up town doing that. So there's some deferred thing for this. This should just be able to be show. Yep, like that. Nice. All right, are we done with that task? Keep track of the maximum you can hold. When at max, you try getting more, pop up an error, and increase the max every time you beat a unique boss. Sounds good. We haven't tested that part. We probably should, so fine. Let's go do that. So let's start with the maximum being 5, and then we'll raise it to 1,000. This is just for testing. We're not going to keep it this way. So we hit the 5 very easily. Just click 3 times. Printed out a thing. Perfect. Now we go beat the boss. You've already upgraded the port. Oh, this bug. Oh. I wonder if this has to do with having the fishing pond. I have no way of fighting the other boss because of a bug right now. Is it the fishing pond, though? There's something going wrong with... I have this written down already. I think this may have to do with having the fishing pond unlocked. Let's not unlock the fishing pond then. Create fishing pond. And instead... Well, I don't know about instead. We just have to fix the bug. There is no instead. Did that fix this? Yeah, that fixed this. So it is having the fishing pond that breaks everything. But now we can't get enough money to upgrade the portal. So we can't do anything. How much more do I want to change just to get this to work? I guess let's set this to 5. Yeah, there. We buy these scratching pads for Abby. Just picture a thin thing of cardboard that's corrugated so she can scratch her claws on it. And what we've learned is the really thin one, she just like tears through the whole thing. So this is one of the times it's not good to cheap out on something, even though it's just meant to be destroyed in the end anyway. So I looked down because we have these little cardboard flecks all over the place now from her like tearing these things apart. All right, so we got to hit the max. Pops up a message about the maximum. Now we go upgrade the portal and beat this battle. And now our max has gone up, and we should not see this error no matter how many of these I click. It's not entirely true. I can only click up to 500 of them. But yeah, nothing bad happened. Make our own. How would we do that? Because I know we could have, like, it's the corrugated cardboard that she likes scratching. And I could, like, slice a box in half, I guess. But then it'd be a really thin layer of it. I guess we'd have to, like, we'd have to bind a bunch of those layers somehow, right? And that was one of the things we were wondering about, too, is, like, we have these thin ones. We could stack 2 of those on top of each other. But then we'd have to tape them or something. And then what if she doesn't like the texture of the tape? I'll have to look this stuff up. Okay, so I just tested everything, right? I guess we just check this in now. Yeah, so this line isn't needed. This stuff isn't needed either. I don't know why I've been keeping that for so long. I haven't been using it. And I guess we don't need this. So all that changed is we now have a throttler in here. And we set the value of this correctly. There is still technically a tiny problem here, which is that if we ever change what the maximum amount of sludge you can hold is, you'd be allowed to go beyond it. If you load from a save file, I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's check this stuff in. I need to not have this get checked in. But everything else should be good. All right, implement a max, what's it called? Max sludge value. This is just a copy of max money for now, to add some kind of limit to how much sludge you can get at any point in the game. It will eventually need to be balanced. Yeah. Hey, Dabu. Yeah, it's just a hue shifted slime for right now. I was thinking something like this. Oh, interesting. Man, that seems like a lot of work. Well, look at that little kitten. I still have this picture open from the other day when I was streaming and Abby was sitting on my lap. And I was like, let me just take a picture right now. I think it's a really nice picture. Not even just cutting it. All right, I will write this down. I think my cat's worth it. Yeah. Interesting you like your file explorer stuff on the right. When did you start doing that? I started it probably, I want to say like a year or 2 ago, maybe even longer. It's hard to say. But I actually just did a video about this. It's an incredibly short video. But I'm going to share it with as many people as I can. There's no share button here. Huh. They do that for regular videos. You actually go to the video. Okay, what's next? Make sure we save and load all this stuff. How much sludge you have. I'm pretty sure we're already doing all this. I don't need to do anything special here. All right, now this is a little bit tedious, but it's very easy. We have to make sure all the tooltips are correct. Signposts, NPC text, etc. Oh, you know what? Crops can end up on the ground because your adventurers could pick them up and then go into a battle. So if I do this and then I kick off a battle before they actually make it there, where are they going? Are they not hardworking? There, now they're hardworking. Okay, now we have to send them into battle. There. So now they're going to drop some carrots and stuff over here. Yep. And then I can pick it up. But otherwise, you'd never be able to see that this exists. Also, it doesn't seem to make it... Oh, no, I see. And I could technically bring it to the garbage slime. In fact, you know what? That should probably be an achievement. Like, feed the garbage slime a crop. And it's just a puzzle for how you get that to work. I'm going to write this down. Oh, that's really stupid. Achievement. Do I have some here? Special achievement ideas. Feed the garbage slime a crop. At the time of writing, this is like a puzzle. You have to have an adventurer pick up a crop, then you start a battle before they make it to the chef slime. Then you pick up the crop after they drop it by the portal. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about like, should I respond with a joke answer here, or should I mention that like Vim still has splits and panels that you can open? And I thought, it's just not worth it. Just let them have their meme comment. Hey, no bug. How do you keep track of what needs to be done? For example, how you remember to update the code you just pushed for balance changes? Because we keep track of this stuff in issues. So if you search for balance on GitHub, you'll see this balance the game thing here. And a lot of this too is going to be obvious. Like, let's say we have one of those maximum values set too low or too high. As people play the game, they'll just be like, oh, it seems like I'm very limited by this. Or it seems like the maximum is unachievable, in which case we just change it. So that's obvious enough where if I didn't have balance a game, we'd just get complaints. But yeah, for other tasks, we just file them as issues. Okay, so wait, what was I testing there? Oh yeah, the tooltips of the items. I don't think there's anything interesting about the item text. I did manifest it. It's right here. But they're all very basic. It's a tasty carrot, a juicy grape. It's not just one grape though. Maybe some juicy grapes, a big pumpkin, a spicy pepper, a ripe tomato, and a fresh fish. So they're like very basic tooltips for those. I think that's all fine. I'm not going to do anything about that. But we need to check this for everything. So let's go back into the game and let's read it for the pond, the signs, the farm. Do you aim to have obvious maxes and mins when you know it needs to be balanced? No, not necessarily. I know what you're suggesting. Like, what if you set the max to something like 5, and then it's super obvious that this is wrong. This needs to be like 5,000 or something. No, I just come up with some numbers off the top of my head. We did this a lot for the costs of things in the game. So if you look at these costs, it's like this is 100, this is 200, this is 200. Are those good? I have no idea. We're gonna need to come back to this at some point. Okay, so let's see. Hi, I'll tell you how your farm works. Drop potions into the extractor near me to extract seeds and plant them on your farm. The crop is fully grown. Click it to harvest it. This gives you... that's wrong. This gives you... Click it to harvest it. Yeah, that'll give it to the chef slime. The chef slime will then cook it for you. Yeah, so that's what that thing should probably say. This one's probably pretty similar. I'll tell you how your fishing pond works. Drop potions into the extractor near me to extract fish eggs. This will populate your pond. Then open your battle map to start fishing. You get scales. Yeah, that's wrong. What do we say over here? The chef slime will automatically cook any fish that you catch. Yeah. Yeah, sure thing, bug. All right, signposts. Let's go check those out. So create farm. We could probably shrink this a bit. It allows us. Allows you to grow crops to permanently raise your adventurer's health. Allows you to grow crops. Yeah, this is wrong. Allows you to grow crops that can permanently level up your adventurers. It's not really that way. Hey, Valesius. You're growing the crops so that you can then cook them, and that's what lets you level up adventurers. Is that worth saying all that on the sign? I don't think so. Allows you to grow crops that can permanently level up your adventurers. Maybe allows you to cultivate food. Yeah, that could be better. Allows you to cultivate food that can. Yeah, that's much better. What's the definition of cultivate? Prepare and use land for crops or gardening. It doesn't really talk about the cooking aspect, huh? Maybe. Yeah, I think it's probably fine. Those are crops that can be cooked and used to level up. Yeah, but the can be cooked part, is that worth saying? I'd like to imply that you, I don't know. I think the important part is when people don't know how this works, they're going to see this and they'll be like, I want that. Permanently level up my adventurers? Yeah. Maybe we even delete the permanently part. Allows you to cultivate food that can level up your adventurers. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Now, what does a fishing pond say? Allows you to catch fish to permanently... Yeah, so it's probably got to be pretty similar to this, right? Fish sign. Allows you to catch fish that can level up your adventurers. Yeah. Now you need the farm in order to get this. So maybe we could mention the farm in the signpost. No, this is probably fine. Okay, so we've taken a look at signposts. We've looked at NPC text. We need to look at perks. We need to look at the fleet tooltip. Let's go look at the fleet tooltip. We need the fishing pond for that. Oh, that doesn't build a chef slime. Oh, that's a big problem. Right, because now if we actually do this battle, it's just going to crash, I'm guessing? Yeah. There is no chef slime. Okay, we can break this. Well, break an assumption that we made. We have this here. No, not that. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Something makes it... I added some debug code somewhere, and I don't remember what it does. It's something like if you build the fishing pond first... Oh, the extractor. Yes, this. It's only possible to build a fishing pond before the farm on debug build. Yeah. We should delete this. This should go inside the town. So that if you try creating the fishing pond before the farm, it fixes that for you. Create farm. It's only possible to build a fishing pond before... How do we make it clear this is italicized? I'll just make it caps. Before the farm on debug builds, and I don't want us thinking it's a bug. Yeah. But that leads to lots of weird errors. So just force the farm to be built in that case. Yeah, there. And this should be false. Actually, it should probably be should fade in. Yeah, there. Perfect. I like it. Shortens the sentence while retaining meaning. Yeah, I think that's something I'll write down for later. Because I want to do that for all the signs if we're going to do that. RE signposts. Because it's going to say cultivate food that can level up your adventurers. Actually, I don't know. I guess I could say cultivates food that can level up your adventurers. Yeah. E.g. the farm could say something like cultivates food. Doesn't really cultivate the food though. I'm gonna delete this right now. Actually, I'm not sure about that. Okay, so if I build this, it should build the farm automatically now. So now we have the slime, and now there's no problem with whatever I was testing. What was I testing? I think it was just what happens when you build this out of order, right? No, the flea thing. Yeah, flea. Right. Got it. I know what I'm doing. All right, what does it say? End the fishing session. You keep any scales you earned. Yeah, that's wrong. Let's turn this off. All right, end the fishing session. Any fish still in the battle will return to your pond. Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? Any fish still in the battle will return to your pond. Any fish from the battle will return to your pond. No, I think it's fine. Just an opinion. 13,531 hats to highlight a message seems like a bit much, unrelated to your dev. Oh yeah, those things are intentionally high. I think channel points are kind of lame. And I don't ever really do anything with them, so I just set all the values pretty high. Also, for the longest time, the highlighted messages for me, I was using a special chat client, and literally the only thing that would be different is there'd be a little purple bar on the left side. Whereas on Twitch itself, it will properly highlight your message. So like I wouldn't even see the highlighted messages most of the time. Hey, Phil. I don't have any great ideas for what to do with those channel points. And people have suggested things over the years, and I've just been like, yeah, sure, you could. I don't know. It was a big flex, especially if you're talking about 13,000. That's chump change. Okay, so the flee button now has the right wording, but I don't think I looked at it in game, and I really like looking at that stuff in game. Because obviously it's just a string and you can read it from the code, but it just hits different when you look at it in the game. I'm just clicking things. All right, end the fishing session. Any fish still in the battle will return to your pond. So it says 0 fish. I click flee. And now it says, oh, we can delete scales from the game. It says 2, yeah. Elixis, thanks for the resub. Welcome back. And hey, barely usable. Rated that Doug guy. Just funny stuff with his channel points. I don't remember who that is. Let me search Twitch. Did I rate this person? I don't remember this person. Huh. There was something that came up as I was just testing this right now. Oh yeah, it says you fish, and I mentioned that there's the scales in the game still. They should be gone. And actually, since these things are pretty much never used right now, we can set these to -1. -1. There we go. So now all item data is going to fail because we have scales here, fish scales. Does this say anything else here that's needed? No. Oh, wait a second. This would have been used in multiple locations, right? Ooh. I don't know about this. Viper, thank you too for resub. Well, not resubbing, sorry, subbing. Thank you for subscribing. Very generous of you both. All right, we need to go analyze this code because I don't remember when I did this. Item ID.cs. So somewhere here, yeah, I added in fish scales. So in this commit, now we need to go look at the changed files here. And I want to look at all item data. Why is it not finding this? Seriously? Okay, well, I guess we use this then, all item data. What is going on right now? How do you find a modified file in here? Hey, Destrin. And hey, Darth Maul. I don't know. I don't know how to do this very, very basic task. I just want to find. Oh, there it is. Yeah, GitHub like dynamically changes the DOM, I think, so that you can't just search for it using the browser search. And clearly, this wasn't super helpful. Yeah, we added in fish scales. So then I guess we just never looked at this thing. I think we might have gold or something in there. It doesn't really matter. All right, we'll just delete this. Now what about instance? Instance did something special here. Grant fish scales. Oh, wait a sec. Then we did something where we like hid these. And now it's not going to say anything here. Oh, it would be nice to have a summary though of all of the fish that you caught. Right? Like, right. Do we want to show a roll up of how many fish you caught? So if you just kept a fish battle open for like 40 minutes, it would just say, yeah, you caught 300 fish. I don't think so. I don't, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Num scales earned. Fishing battle system. Okay, we got to delete all this. Does this even get set anywhere? No, it doesn't. Okay, so if I search for scales, do these show up anywhere? I need to search for it as just a word, right? Yeah. Yeah, these things are bad now. Battle here to catch fish at your pond. Each fish you defeat will be, should we say fed to the chef slime? Because they're cooking it, but you're really cooking it by feeding it to this very fiery being. Battle here to catch fish at your pond. Each fish you defeat will be fed to the chef slime. How it will be cooked by the chef slime. Yeah, there. Will be cooked by the chef slime, yeah. All right, and then this one, what does it say? Adds a chance for a fish to glow in battle, which doubles the... which... I mean, could we just write wisdom sludge that they're worth? Yeah, something like that. Felicius, thank you for subbing. Man, everyone's subbing right now. All it took was talking about channel points and showing how rich some people are. And everyone looked at their channel points and they're like, how do I get more of these? I could say double their value, yeah. Although that might make you think it's their monetary value. Just doubles their value in wisdom sludge. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. Thanks, Felicius. All right, so we've removed the concept of scales from the game. Let's go look through all the perks and make sure they're all still worded correctly. So it says increase seed variety, allowing you to plant hardier crops. It says food value there. I think we can keep that as food value. Yeah. I think. Rocks. Clear some rocks from the farm, increasing the number of crops you can plant at a time. That's fine. Fill the well, allowing you to... Yep, that's fine too. All right, what about these? Increase the maximum number of fish that your pond can hold. Allow the extractor to extract more eggs from each potion. And add a chance for fish to glow in battle, which I already changed that wording. So I think we're good here. Yeah, I think we're good on kind of all of those fronts. What does this say? Click to turn on. When on, workers will prioritize bringing potions to the extractor. And you say, hi, I'm a slime. I love to cook. I'm really bad at it. Drag items to me and I'll cook them. You can't drag items to this anymore. Actually, yeah, nutritional value could potentially work. I think just saying food value might be good enough. Game's looking amazing. So glad to be able to follow this journey. Yeah, thank you, Vince. I'm I'm happy with how this stuff's turning out. I'm so excited for the next demo version being publicly playable. Looked in that project that turns long form into short form. There's already a huge competitor called Opus Clip. I see. Yeah. I'm not a native English speaker. Pond allows you to catch fish. Translates into something like pond gives me permission to catch fish. So simpler, it's simpler to rewrite as catch fish. Definitely look like at the pond you can your message. The idea is clear. I think I'm happy enough with the wording for right now. The other thing is that unless there's a typo or a grammar mistake, then I feel like it's not super high priority to think about this too much right now, and the to-do list is already pretty gigantic. All right, so what does this person say? We have greeting 2, we need greeting 1, and I need to close these other things. All right, so say, hi, I'm a slime. I love to cook. I like that. I'm really bad at it, but I don't know if I should include that. Maybe I'm really bad at it though. Everything I cook turns to sludge. All right, but then they say something like bring me crops or fish and I will cook them. Use the resulting wisdom sludge to grow more powerful. And then we put this in bold. Or maybe a different color. Let's see how that feels in the game. I'm not sure I like this idea of saying or fish here because you don't know that there's even a fishing pond in the game at that point. So you'll just build the farm and then you talk to this thing and it says, hi, I'm a slime. I love to cook. I'm really bad at it though. Everything I cook turns to sludge. I don't really like that. Bring me crops or fish and I will cook them. Use the resulting wisdom sludge to grow more powerful. Okay, I do like how the bold text looks. How about bring me food and I will cook it? Yeah, so this message is great. This message is not so great. I'm a slime. I love to cook. I think I just liked it as I'm really bad at it. Let's try that out. How many wish lists do you have? I think it's at 1,444. We checked earlier today. I am a slime. I love to cook. I'm really bad at it. Bring me food and I will cook it. Use the resulting wisdom sludge to go more powerful. Okay, yeah, I like this. I think this is good. That is great. Okay, so we've looked at tooltips, signposts, NPC text, perks, the fleet tooltip. Is there anything else we could possibly think of that might have the wrong text now that we've made so many changes? I guess anything that mentions food could potentially be wrong. This stuff's all fine. Yeah, saying food value is kind of questionable. Allows you to cultivate food that can level up your adventures. I think whatever this used to say was probably decent. Allows you to grow crops. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Grow crops that can level up your adventures. Yeah, I like that. What else had food in it? Pretty much nothing. Okay, what about the word scales? We already looked for that. I guess there's only stuff that says game scale settings, which happens to contain the word scales in it. Anything else that might have been bad? What else did we even call this stuff? Harvested food? No, that wasn't there. I think that's it. Anyway, if any players find any mistakes with any of this stuff, just obviously let me know. All right, let's check this stuff in. So we pretty much just changed wording, except for here we also got rid of fish scales. We should probably just check the difference in fish scale thing on its own, huh? All right, fine. Let's separate this. We get rid of that and that and that. There's got to be at least one other place. Yeah, here. We can delete these. Create. This is all text changes. Anything else with fish scales? No. So this is all just the scales stuff. Get rid of scales from the game. Now there's one other change that could be separated out from here, and that's this. Fix what happens when you build the fishing pond first. Now we're just down to text changes, right? Yes. Allow debug builds to make pond first. I had some logic here to address a small part of the issue, but now we just force build the farm when you try making the pond first on debug builds. All right, and then these are all just text changes. Update text to match revamped systems. Modified tooltips, perks, NPC text, etc. to match the new systems or the systems that we've now redesigned. Cool. Now run the UID tool, dead simple. We just go up here, click this, and we're done. Well, we're not really done. We have to wait for that to finish. But while it's running, we'll look at this. Chef Slime, clicking them should probably play a fiery sound. Does it play a sound at all right now? Chef Slime, click. It doesn't? That doesn't seem right. Touch slime, here it is. All right, so we don't have something like that over here. Input. Touch slime. Okay, we just need a different sound for this. Yeah, run it twice. Well, we got the UID files at least. I'm just gonna check those in. Add missing UID files. Oh yeah, there were two fire sounds that I liked. We can probably just use the other fire sound now. We use this one, so what does this one sound like? And what about that? Cool. Okay, let's go add this to the game. And where is touch slime? All sound data, touch slime. It is in town. All right, so let's keep this in town as well. Now let's go over to here so it loads it in the import file. Now we need the name of that file. It is fire aura end. And we're going to make a touch chef slime. Yeah. And then we should probably rename touch slime to touch garbage slime. Touch chef slime. These IDs don't actually matter. Yeah, whatever. All right, then we rename this to touch garbage slime. Okay, now as far as touching the chef slime, we play that here. And we run this and it should just work. So it'll sound like a fiery sound. I know that the slime doesn't really look fiery yet because I don't have any art skills, but we're going to probably eventually have a custom graphic for that. So now when I click this, nice. And when I click this one, all right, cool. Now we got to add something else to the to-do list over here, which is graphical. After reworking the positions of everything, make sure the smoke is drawn wherever something appears, e.g. on the chef slime and the extractor. Yeah. All right, so this is just add a sound when you touch the chef slime. Add a fiery sound when touching chef slime. Give it the word the? Yeah, we can. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Sorry I could only drop into your stream for a very, very short amount of time this morning. I was finishing my breakfast and it was like 8:25 for me. Okay, this is done and this is done. Yeah, everything is going pretty well. We're almost done with the first of 3 major changes this week. So farming and fishing changes. Now we have the ability for workers to come take crops. So they'll just automatically come and harvest these and then bring them into this chef slime here. There's some weird navigation working right now. I haven't fixed the map. And then when you save your game, you'll see how much wisdom sludge you have, which is what this cooks it into. Yeah, so I'm at 48 wisdom sludge right now. Same thing with fishing. When you build a fishing pond, and let's just kind of cheat our way through this. We're going to click this a bunch of times and this, and then go start a battle. So we start a battle against the fishing pond. And now as you defeat fish in the battle, you'll see them like fly out of the fishing pond into the slime. Wait a second. It's always taking the same graphic. That's broken. That's really broken. Man. Well, I'm glad I noticed it at least. What is it taking as that graphic? Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. It's that fish. So it's taking the grayish one? Where is that? The grayish one is the first one. I didn't pick the first one though. Fishing battle system, fishing pond. Here, I want a breakpoint there. Should get hit. All right, what's the index? 0. Am I not setting this thing? Is this some kind of joke? We set this here. What is this, always set to 0? I'd be kind of surprised if that were the case. And yet, I don't know how else I could have messed this up. Huh. Let's wait until that breaks in. Is this also 0? Yeah, they're all 0. I don't know why they're all 0. Is it going to create another one? It's not? Maybe that's the problem then. We have a fish component, but we don't ever set this. Oh, this is only if they're glowy. Oh my God. Whoops. Whoops. All right, there we go. Problem solved. We don't even need to save this here. We could just set this like this. Hey, Pretzel. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure we fixed that small bug. I don't think anyone would have cared or noticed, but it is kind of nice to see different ones fly in. So let's go try this out again. We grant most things. We click our fishing pond. Oh, that's only a sign creates smoke. Yeah. All right, we do this, we do this, we do this. Oop, go into the fishing pond. And now when we see fish fly into the slime, they'll match whichever one died in battle, which will sometimes be that same gray fish, but most of the time will not be. So yeah, we're seeing different ones fly in. They're just pulled from some random spot. The fish that are rendered in the pond don't align with which ones go into battle. This says you have 80 fish, but we only render like 12 of them. How's your week started? It's been great today. I made a lot of progress. We now have it so that you can get fish immediately from battle. We have it so that you can harvest crops by either clicking them or by giving, well, by just having workers. They'll come down here and harvest them for you. Which is pretty cool. Good start to nail the rest of the week. Yeah. So now we have a couple of little things left to do. We need the chef slime to have a red dialogue. I don't know if that's a good idea to do right now. I guess we could make it red. We should probably just do that in GIMP. Where does that show up? Should be a slime panel somewhere. Oh, we got to change the buttons too, though, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, I should probably do this. Because if we ever do get a new graphic, then we can just plop in a new graphic. But that way I'll have done all the code changes at least. It's not that button. It's this button. All right, we're not going to make this look perfect. We just needed to get it kind of reddish. Maybe change the lightness a bit. Yeah, there. Good. Now we save that as chef slime box. All right, so how does this work? We have a slime panel somewhere. Yeah, and we have a slime rich text label. And we got to figure out, this is in tooltip theme, Confirmed artist. You know me. Excellent at making artwork. Slime box. How do we find where these things are used though? I guess go to dialog box. Yeah, here we go. There should be a theme in here somewhere though. I don't remember where this exists. Yeah. Is it here? There's some way to set, what's it even called? A theme override, I think. Theme override? Or no, theme variation? I did this so long ago that I've forgotten. Yeah, well, I wrote some notes. There's a different theme. I don't remember. Godot UI theme. Theme editor. Theme inheritance. Here it is. Add variations and set those through code. I don't remember what we even did here. I think we did the variation though. Slime dialogue theme. Yeah, I must have gone this route then. Interesting. I need to refamiliarize myself with what I did here. Are there variations within this? There must not be. No, there aren't. Okay, so then I guess I went with this option, make a whole new theme. You can use a base theme with common properties and override only what's needed. Set the theme of your panel container either be blue theme or green theme. Okay, I opted for making a whole new theme while waiting for the PR. Hey, Karada, thank you. And Oakleus, thanks for the resub. Wow, everyone's being so nice today. Look at all of you. What good viewers you are. So I guess we should make another theme at some point. Can I just duplicate this? Yeah, so we'll call this Chef Slime Dialogue theme. And now edit this, and we should be able to change the panel to have a different panel background. And for this, we just quick load in the Chef Slime one. All right, so that'll make this red, but it won't make any of the buttons red. Let's at least look at it in game and see what this looks like, because nothing's going to use this yet. So now we need the Chef Slime Dialogue theme. That goes here. Then we need to figure out where this thing's used. That's here. This is the Chef Slime, so we can put that like that. And then that one too. Okay, I have a pretty important survey to run by everyone in chat. So let's kick this off. How do we do this survey? No, poll. Poll, yeah. Okay, what should be the facial expression of the Chef Slime? Happy, mad, or something else? And then feel free to explain in chat. So we have the garbage slime. This one is definitely going to be happy. This is the one that takes in your items and gives you money. And then we have the chef slime, and this is going to be constantly on fire, and it's going to have a little chef's hat probably. So should it also be happy? Should it be angry? Should it be something else? Hey, G Light. How can you write full width content or text? The layout is limited. Yeah, sure. So I'm pretty sure all you have to do is right click over here and click readable line length. I think you probably have yours set to this. Yeah, just right click it and turn that off. What does the chef slime do? It cooks any food you get from the farm. So for example, if I grow some carrots, it's cooking these carrots and turning it into wisdom sludge. And then you use the wisdom sludge to level up your adventurers. And then same thing with fish. If you fish, you'll put the fish into the slime. It'll turn that into wisdom sludge. All right, so to be angry. Got it. If you don't give it anything, make it mad and otherwise happy. I like the idea of it just being mad. I mean, let's try. Maybe people will be like, I want it to be happy at some point. File art request for the chef's line to be mad. I mean, it's constantly on fire. Wouldn't you be mad if you were on fire all the time? Wouldn't you have a thing or two to say about the state of the world? All right, so we gave it a red dialogue, but it still has differently colored buttons. So we need to fix those buttons too. We should probably just tint those as well. Yeah, he's not very good at cooking either. That's the other thing. All right, where are the other buttons? What is board 2 slime used for? Oh, man. All right, so we need all of these. That's too bad. There should be music from a horror near it. Hey, Spike. I don't really want to change all of these things, but I don't really see another way, so let's just change them all. We should probably just use the exact same numbers I used in the other one. So I should probably write down whatever I'm about to do here. Oh, these are green by default though, huh? All right, let's just get those numbers. -97, -19. They just need to be approximate. I don't really need them to be exact. Actually, we might as well just type them in exactly. -97, -19. Okay, we click OK. We save that as a different thing. Not like that. Chef. Board down chef slime. Yeah, there. All right, we just got to do that like 4 more times. Well, I want them to be separate files so that when Quickie Joe eventually does this, he can just change these to whatever he wants. Whereas if they're modulate, then help them make new files and then plug them into the theme and everything else. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And I recognize these are not going to be what I use as the final thing. All right, like I said, we just got to do this like 4 more times. So this is -97, -19. Export. Okay. Now we just need, what, 2 more? Yeah, this one and the other one. I'm not even sure if they're all used. That. And one last one. This one. Okay, you get 97, you get 19. Export. All right, load up Godot. Click this. And go modify board 1 slime. This should show up in here too. Yeah. So I want this to use different textures altogether. It's probably easiest to just do that through here then. Buttons. Oh, this has a lot of different stuff in it. What is this? Board over slime. Board over chef slime. Okay, that one's done. What's this one? Board down slime. Down chef. Normal. Board 1 slime. And pressed is what? Board down slime. Didn't we already use that? Hope I didn't screw that up. But I think they're all different. Now we just need the colors to be different. Anything else? No, I think it's just the colors. Oh, and the text label, I guess. Hey, Amy, welcome back. When it's too low, I'd be mad, otherwise happy. It's just happiness isn't really going to have any effect on the game. It would just change their facial expression, which we could do. But if there were only to be one facial expression, what would people want? And most people voted for mad. So it's going to be an angry slime. All right, text. We need to change the color of the font. What we could do is just change this to HSV and just drag it to like the reddish zone. This is going to be pink colored though. I guess same thing with this. Changes to over there. Any other colors to use? No. That's probably good to begin with. And now just the font color. Font color outline is set to this. Let's set it to red. Default color is like a dark green, also set it to red. All right, that should do it. Let's go try that out. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Could probably look a little fiery. Yeah, okay. Cool. Done. Now give it its own dialogue portrait. That should be really easy, right? Recycler NPC. Yeah, we just take this and call this Chef Slime NPC. We take it from the Chef Slime and we're finished. Except for not really. We also go into the greeting things and change those. So that one changes. That one changes. And that's it. That's all they say. Did the portrait border change? Looks green still? Yeah, I probably forgot to change that. Wait, is it green? Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Yeah. Where's that? That's character portrait. I think this one has a theme variation. Type variation, portrait. There it is. What do you use here? What was this called? Board 2 slime. Board 2 chef. All right, let's try that. Matt, thanks for the resub. Happy 18 months. Welcome back. Ooh, yeah, nice. This is looking good. Nice and dark. Because the slime's going to be on fire. Yeah, so I cannot draw or else I would have a fiery slime here. But I'm going to write this down. Also, potentially ask for a new slime panel that looks like it's on fire. We probably won't animate this, so perhaps it should just look charred instead of on fire. Look at him, he's beautiful. The chef slime. Watch this. You can feed it 1,000,000 carrots. Yeehaw. They're walking over the fence right now. That's obviously going to get fixed. But yeah. All right, let's go check that in. I think we fixed everything now. Oh, this is fixing a bug. This was unrelated. We should probably check that in on its own. Fix bug with fish, with caught fish graphic. I was only setting which graphic to use when the fish was glowy. And then, yeah, these should all be pretty easy. Okay, so use red versions of slime panel for chef slime. These were hastily made because I want Quickie Joe to have the files to edit, not having to modify any code. So I just red tinted everything in GIMP. Fish traffic. It does work. All right. Now I just got to deal with these laggy checkboxes, but otherwise we're done. Publish branch. Slime lore. So, by the way, I've been wrong. I mentioned this a while ago that I said, oh, yeah, checkpoint 5 is coming up. We already did checkpoint 5, apparently. We're working on checkpoint 6 now, which I think is probably going to be April 18th. That's my guess. But possibly we could get it done a little sooner. I'm just aiming to revamp all the systems this week, and then we're going to work on balancing everything. We have a lot of fish traffic to work our way through. The pond is clogged. Okay, let's go merge this branch. Change farming and fishing systems. All right, what do we do with this? It's been a while, and I made a lot of commits. Separated, or no, merged the seed maker and the extractor into the extractor. So you added a chef slime. Turned crops and fish into items, and made the chef slime grant wisdom sludge, which has no use yet, but will eventually be used to level up your adventurers. Create. Service pack 5. You won't want to miss these security updates for your skeletons. Bones stay in sockets now. All right, now we check in before Kevin can comment on this. Great. All right, merge and switch. Oops, I forgot to mention that got closed. Okay, whoops. Fixed by 850. No. All right, now switch back to main. Also done. Too slow again. Tisk tisk. All right, reload from disk, close all that. Yeehaw. Okay, so now what we probably should do is work on PRs. Let's see. I'm going to just delete this. Yeah, I don't care about this. And this is like farming and fishing remaining work. Oh, wait, this we got to fix for sure right now. This stuff I'm going to leave for tomorrow. What's that keyboard? This is a corn keyboard, Dev. Yeah, thanks, chat. Portal couldn't be upgraded. So this is as soon as you build the fishing pond, it messes up? Yeah, so right now it says upgrade portal 35 gold, but if I build this, I think it just breaks forever. It doesn't, surprisingly. Does saving and loading make it break? Yes. Weird. Maybe that new keyword will help me. Oh, it will. Now you'll be trying to figure out how to type into every program. So Vim will just feel like one of the crew. Just another program. Yeah, so the repro is this: unlock fishing pond, save, load, open battle map. You won't be able to upgrade it anymore. What could have caused this to happen? What could have caused this to happen? Upgraded. What is it, even the text that says you've already fully upgraded the portal? Here it is. Next instance ID. Does this have to do with putting the fishing pond at the end? It might. Oh man, it might. Oh, it does. Oh god. All right, yeah. Return. It can't be latest instance IDs. Unlocked instance IDs on max. Is there like a max where? Max buy. No, that's not how this would work, right? I want to do. This might be how it works. I'm just not actually totally sure how this operates. Turns max in a generic sequence according to the specified key selector function. So I pretty much just want to select the ID unless it's the fishing pond, in which case I want to select -1. Can I do that? Like I equals fishing pond -1, otherwise I. Type arguments for method cannot be inferred from the usage. We ever use max buy anywhere? No. I probably just don't know how you're supposed to do this. Max buy. P price. We have to say that this is an int. Is that why this is failing? Wait, what does this return? T source question mark. Yeah. And I think we just need to say this is an integer. Yeah, that fixed it. Oh, or we could have said here instance id.none. And then put I there. And then that also would work. Yeah. Okay, cool. I understand. I think that'll fix the bug. Let's go try it out. Yeah, because we assumed that there was linearity in the battle map. Well, and I guess technically that's true, but it doesn't just go in one direction. Now it goes in 2 directions. All right, so let's say we upgrade this. Yeah, that works fine. And let's say we load the game. Nice, cool, bug solved. I'm glad we figured that out. Does it also sing if it goes in one direction? Okay, I got it now. It took me a lot longer than it probably should have. Fix bug with instance map. When the fishing pond was unlocked and you loaded from a save file, you wouldn't be able to unlock any other locations because the fishing pond was considered the latest one. Okay, so we're done with that. Mentoring FAQ, update this. Oh, we're pushing that to Tuesday. Okay, so now we have a choice. Merge PRs or quest changes. I think we should do PRs. I shouldn't hold up other people. Yeah. Person made a Mastodon client that's just a file system. That's pretty crazy. When is early access so I can play? So official Steam early access, if that's what you're talking about, is a question mark. I'm not even sure we're going to go into early access. Next Fest is in June. And then after that, it's figure out launch plans. And that means that we might go to early access or we might just go straight to launch. From all the marketing advice I've been reading online, early access should be considered a launch. Probably at some point in its history, it was just like, oh yeah, sure, it's a soft launch, it's a beta. But now it's pretty universal, I'd say. Now people just consider it to be like, we're just judging the game based on what we see. Oh, I see. Bad at annoying jokes. Well, that sounded like a real question. Maybe I missed the context. All right, let's push this. Let's go start looking at PRs. I think we have 2. Yeah, 2 that are done. Move perk trees to the tab container. So I'd ask for some changes. I don't remember what though. Pressing P should open whichever tab is open last. Should say perks. Pressing P will open the panel container even if you haven't unlocked any perks. Not a big deal. You don't highlight the tab buttons green when you can afford a perk. I think Kevin commented that last one might be hard to do. Thanks for reviewing the comments. I pushed some more changes to address them, but I didn't do it yet. I agree this makes sense. Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't highlight the tab on green. Not sure about this one. Right now, I don't see any way to access those buttons. I mean, I didn't look much into it. Temporary solution could be add a star to the tab title or something like that. Yeah, that would work too. For now, what I did do is make it so that the town menu button will be green when any of the trees has affordable skills. I wonder if we should just do the asterisk thing. The other thing we could potentially do, some fonts have an up arrow like this. I wonder if we could make an up arrow for our font and have it render that to indicate that there's an upgrade available. I'm not sure. But I don't think this is super worth doing right this second. I do think people are probably gonna be confused a bit. So let's go load this up. Okay, so if I press P, yeah, now we can no longer open this. And if I make a bunch of things. Oh, wait, was that a bug? Hang on a second. I want to do exactly what I just did and see what went on right there. This, and then I press P. Yeah, there's a problem here. It's showing garbage slime perks, but I don't even have the garbage slime. And neither of these tabs is highlighted. I'm guessing the same thing can be repro just by making the town hall and then pressing P. Yeah. Okay. So small bug, build town hall, press P on the keyboard. This will open the garbage slime perks even though it's not unlocked. This is worth fixing in this PR. But let's take a look at some of the other things that were here. Town menu should just say perks. It does. Yep, opening that works. Oh, I guess it has the same problem even if you open it from the perks menu. I should probably write that in the comment, huh? Build town hall, click this. Yeah, it happens there too. Okay. Yeah, what else? What else? Don't highlight the tab buttons green when you can afford a perk they're in. Yeah, I think it's fine. So perks, pressing P, should open the last one. Okay, we just need to try that one out now. Yeah, that's working. I like that. Cool. Yeah, I just think we need to fix this, and then I think we can accept this stuff. All right, cool. I will move on to the next one, which is updated some icons. This, I think, is something I can just merge without even having to really do anything. I already looked through the icons. I like them all. I think there was possibly a little misunderstanding on this. Oh, let me ask, which icon do people like better for the witch doctor skill? So the skill is this. Hang on a second. Okay, so the skill is this one, zombie leader. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on a second. Yeah. So here's the skill. Let's just take a picture of that and then put this next to this. All right, so the skill is when you have no zombies, the next zombie you summon will have more power and fortitude. Which icon, left or right, do people like better for this? Because I like them both. Right? Right? Hey, Devil Dog. Okay, yeah. I wonder if we should keep the crown around for something. To put the crown from 1 on the zombie head from 2. Well, if you just had to pick one, though, you think the crown looks better? Zombie head adds a lot. Um, I find this like borderline creepy, but I think that's the right vibe for this. So I think it's okay. Especially because a lot of these things are just like poison and skulls and biting. Like the Witch Doctor just has sort of a darker theme. Not obviously dark, just darker. Left if no points, right if points. Oh, you want the icon to change? Because I was gonna say that we don't do for any other skill, so that'd be a lot of work. Let's go pull this in. 848 GHPR checkout 848. And then we load this up. Then we just need things like item stacking. I should probably just update the art list. All right, then we should remove things from here. Remove all the ones that were done from here. We're going to need to change the names of these things. Change icon IDs that now no longer use gameicons.net icons. I should probably do that now. I shouldn't wait on that. Yeah. All right, let's go try it out. So we got to unlock basically everything. All right, enchanter perks, we still need the more mana one. We still need item stacking. Oh, those are darkened. Yeah, we got to fix that too. Farm perks. Okay. That one's done. Probably the same problem with fishing perks if I had to guess. Yep. Fishing perks. Oh, we can delete that too now. Okay, what else is there? This one would show up over here. Yeah, nice. I like it a lot. All right, let's reload this. Oh, I should have saved. Nah, I just have to click these signs again. All right, pretty good. I like those. Are these smaller than the skill icons? No, they're probably the same size. Yeah, neat. I like it a lot. And if we do this, I guess it just get a little bigger. Okay, what else haven't we looked at yet in the context of the game? We looked at that. Not these ones. That one shows on the title screen, the paper. Yeah, and while this does look better, you can't even see it. Yeah, there. The paper and the gear. Those do look better. No one's probably going to ever click this. This is the credits button. And this is the settings button. That might also show up in the game somewhere. I'm not positive about that. This X shows up though, and that looks pretty nice. And now the flee button is the different flee button. We have these buttons are different. Change party member location. We can get auto battle and click that button. That one looks very similar to the original one, which is not a problem. Yeah, they're two arrows pointing in a circle at each other. It's just really the tails that changed. Yeah, everything else looks good. Cool. Walking in portal transition is nice. Yeah, I like the artwork that we have for that. That was already in one of the asset packs that we had. So now if you click start battle, we got that. And of course we have the battle map too that changed, which is nice. So many cool changes. so many good things going on. Okay, so all we gotta go do is rename all of the icon IDs that now no longer use the open source artwork. So let's search for crown skull. How do we, there it is. Yeah, so this is just crown skull now, no lork at the end. All right, next up is fish eggs. Fish eggs. We delete the name from there. Fish escape. Delete the name from there. grapes. These aren't even grapes anymore. I think they're everything but grapes. Are there even, yeah, there are no grapes in here, but we call the icon grapes still. I'm not going to change that for right now. I just want to rename the icon IDs. I don't care about the file names or what's inside of them, really. Light bulb is now a glowing fish. Okay, maybe we should change these. Light bulb definitely shouldn't be a fish icon, right? Yeah, fine. I'll do the right thing. Rename the icon IDs and the file names to reflect what they actually have in the graphic. Well, let me finish this up. Rock.svg. Where is that? Here it is. Well. Cog. Cog isn't showing up. Why is it hard coded somewhere? Oh, it's only on the title screen. Oh, we got rid of it from the battle thing. That's why. Although I don't think we would have referred to it by icon ID there either. Yeah, that's okay then. All right, so cog is fine. Paper line, I assume, is totally fine. Yeah, CC0 license, not anymore. Cancel.svg. Cancel sbed. Is that the only sbed graphic we had in here? Yeah, so now we could technically remove them from the credits. We'd have to add them again if we ever add them back. I'll just say to make sure that the credits are good by the time we launch the game. We don't have a thing about that? Okay, new bug report. Let's do it this way. Make sure the credits are correct. At the time of writing, sbed icons aren't used in the game at all, so they shouldn't show up in our credits. Betting how long? I think most people probably just guessed never. There is going to be a time of stabilization after we're done with these tasks, though, where we're going to work on some localization stuff. We're going to fix some bugs. We're going to work on balance. And that should hopefully result in my to-do list shrinking rather than growing for once. But you never know. All right, so let's cancel. Next up is clockwise rotation. We don't use that. Cycle. We already don't have Lork in there. Pencil. Edit? What is it? What does that show up? On battle screen, okay. Run. Running shoe. I think we're good. Have you decided how you're going to handle localization? There are two parts of that, the technical part and the actual translating part. The technical part is pretty much handled, and we just need to now use it everywhere. But as far as how I'm going to get, let's say, like a French translation of the game, no, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I don't know where to start or how much it costs or whether AI is good at it. All right, so now we rename a bunch of stuff, right? So anything that doesn't match the name of this is what we're going to look at. So fish eggs matches. There are fish eggs there. Fish escape doesn't really match anymore. So let's go rename that. So we'll just call this max fish or many fish. Many fish. Oh, we got to re-alphabetize this too. And then rename the file to many fish. And it used to be fish escape. So we go find the icons. Fish escape. We rename this in Godot, I guess. That way it fixes the import file for us. Many fish. Done. All right, next up, grapes. I guess we call it crops instead. And call this crops as well. And then bump this up here somewhere. Cool. Better get localization. Use Fiverr and got very good localization work, but just don't go for the cheapest you find. I imagine that AI is probably decent at it, but the problem with localization work is it's very hard to validate. Because what happens if you pay someone who supposedly is an expert in the language and they just run it through a translator and you're like, okay, yeah, I translated it back and these look good. How would you know that it's idiomatically correct? Very hard, impossible almost. Faith. Like, do I trust that Wendy knows British English? I was like, can he translate it? I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's almost like you need a native speaker you trust. I guess the thing you can do, okay, you could probably find a native speaker you trust and just have them validate like 3 strings at random. And if those 3 strings look pretty good, then yeah, probably the rest of them are also pretty good. But if any of them sound like an auto-translated thing, then they should be able to tell. Dutch and gibberish. You know, One Direction references. I can translate into proper English. No, it's already written in American English, Wendy. You shouldn't need to do that. What also, you said you've done that exact same thing with the languages that you can. What languages do you speak? Do you mean proper English? Got him. Wendy's devastated right now. Wendy's never going to recover from this one. Light bulb. Light bulb is not a light bulb anymore. It's now, what do we say, a glowy fish? Glowy fish. And we rename this too to glowy fish. And then we put this in alphabetical order. And then we find, what was that called originally? Light bulb? Light bulb. Glowy fish. I mean, I have pals. Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah. Because I was going to say, I've studied other languages in my life, but I wouldn't say I speak any of them. Yeah. Rock. That's maybe breaking rock. Like broken rock. Put that here. So rock turns into broken rock. Okay. The well is still a well. That's fine. The cog is still a cog. Yep. Yeah, sure. Oh, that still has Lork in the name. No, we gotta get rid of that. Cycle Lork. Everything else looks fine. Oh, that's not a pencil anymore either. Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna just cycle. Wait a second, what? Something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Cycle.svg. Do we have 2 of these? Oh, we do. Okay, that's been fixed. Django versus React. I mean, given that you're talking about a Python foundation versus a JavaScript or TypeScript foundation, I'd probably say whichever one you're more familiar with. I know a bit of German. But is it British German? Kind of funny, but actually any, you take culture or language A and you have them start, I guess let's just talk about languages. You have someone who speaks language A start speaking culture B or language B, there's going to be an A accent. So when I was learning French, I had a dumb American accent. And I was learning Hindi, I had a dumb American accent. I never escaped the dumb part of that. And kind of sucks because you know what it's like in your own language to hear people who are coming from their language to your language, and you know what mistakes they tend to make. Like in English, the letter R is pretty difficult, and the TH sound is pretty difficult for people who don't naturally speak English. So it's like, okay, you hear a lot of approximations of those things. Yet we do the same thing if we're speaking English and trying to say other letters that aren't in our language, which is many of them. Try G and SCH sounds in Dutch, and not to forget CH. Easy. It's G, SK, and CH. Done. Okay, we got to rename pencil, and then I think there was one other one. No, I think that's all. And does pencil even show up here? No. And pencil should be renamed to just edit party, I guess. Cool. Could type a reverse R, but now can you pronounce it? Remind me of the dad from Caroline. Is that a TV show? Hang on. I always want to look this up when people say this stuff. Is it this show? And who do I look like? This person? I want to see a picture of whatever you're talking about, Jedediah. I'll add this to the list. The list of people that I apparently look like. But I don't know who you're talking about yet. All right, does the game still launch? Also, are all of these things still... Oh, we probably never got rid of these. Okay, I should probably do that at some point. I don't feel like validating all this. So let's just see if anything doesn't show up. I'm not going to look through and make sure all the icons are still exactly what they should be. Because what are the odds I messed that up? Someone will report it. Yeah, everything's looking fine. Okay, let's check this in. I don't know how this made it here, but I'm not going to check that part in. Wait, is this an animated thing they're talking about? They're talking about this person? Are you saying I look like this person? This person's face is very long. Take care, Amy. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Okay, so yeah, all we did here is rename a bunch of icons and rename their files as well, which caused us to change whatever files used those. Yeah, this basically wasn't worth looking through. Okay, cool. Okay, clean up icons, renamed icon IDs where appropriate, rename files when the graphics didn't match the name, and stopped tinting farm/pond perks darker. Cool. By the way, Kevin, did you see the comment I left on here? I know you were in chat at the time, but I didn't actually probably mention this to you. But I did leave a comment there. All right, so now it should have 2 commits, not 1. Good. And we're going to check this in. These look great. Thank you very much. Comment and wait for the merge button to light up. Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds good. Why is this not lighting up? Failing merge requirements. There are no merge requirements. I guess it's checking for conflicts, but I don't know why this would be so slow. GitHub status. Only green. I don't think I've ever seen it take this long. Unless something's been offline. All right, well, let's leave it for now, I guess. We did these things. I can merge this, but the button wasn't enabled when I tried. It's also like that on my end. Takes longer to commit work that's badly coded. You know, Windy, I've been thinking about potentially doing a mini series on stream. And there were a couple of other streamers I had in mind, and you were one of them. I don't think you've used Godot before. I'm not sure if that's true. And I was thinking, what if I taught you Godot? I haven't even offered, but now I rescind the offer before you've even heard it. You've never used Godot, yeah. Would you be interested in a stream like that out of curiosity? Because there are 3 parts of this. Are you interested? Is the general public interested? And could I actually provide value there? Because Windy's been working on his own incremental game. If he really wants to take inspiration, he could also start using Godot. And also type out his variables in American English. All right, I'm going to just leave this for now. These are just icons, and I don't want to just wait around for this forever. It'd be fun, sure. Well, okay, so Windy has game dev experience, and a lot of it. The other person I talked to about this was Redbeard, who just does Hearthstone content and has no dev experience whatsoever. So I'm not sure, like I said, if I'll do the mini series at all, and I'm not sure which one people would want to watch more. I always kind of think about this in terms of, if you were to market this, what would be your reductive title for this? Like, game dev teaches Hearthstone Pro how to code. And then with this, it'd be like game dev teaches other game dev how to do a slightly different kind of game dev. Yeah, Witchbeard, Windy or Red One. That's right. And just the whole time I'm trying to teach Windy, he keeps doing his American accent. I'll buy it on my credit card. Thinks he's so funny over there. All right, I'm going to close this, or else I'm going to keep looking at it. All right, what time is it? It's almost about 3 o'clock. We should probably fix this. Yeah. Do something about the broken shaders in the editor needing to crop, due to needing to crop the texture. Probably just remove them. Have them render mostly normally. I don't know what in the world. I'm just going to say do something about the broken shaders in the editor. Yeah, so Kevin's suggestion was make a node that will add the shader at runtime. Option 2 would be have some kind of script set a Boolean at runtime saying to expand the vertices. I think just adding the shader at runtime could be interesting. It's too bad there's no concept of detecting that we're in the editor. If there were, we could just have the shader do nothing. I wonder if that does exist. Godot detect shader is in editor. The only way we'd figure this out is if it's on the... If it's in one of the uniforms that's already there. I doubt they have this. Did I even load the right page? I didn't. Time, pi, tau, epsilon. Oh, Euler's number? Oh, it's actually E. They capitalize it though. Huh. All right, anything here that makes it clear we're still in the editor? No. No. We can't use this. Okay, I think I'm on the add at runtime camp. This is going to cause a problem. Everything that has a shader is going to need this. Yeah, I don't know. It might be worth holding off on briefly. I feel like this is going to hold up the artwork. The problem, by the way, is anytime we do something like this, you see how this is really glitchy looking? Like there's a quarter of this crop being used and a quarter of this thing, and then down here a quarter, and then just some white pixels. This is because of the shader that we have. If we were to turn off the shader completely, that's weird. Oh, I see. I didn't turn that off. Yeah, so if we turn it off completely, you end up seeing the seed. That's what this should render as. Why not implement it in the base shader class? I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but what's happening here is this shader that we're using is an outline shader, and the boundaries of the sprite that we're drawing are typically such that we need to expand the sprite in order to render it. So what we do is we move the vertices and then figure out what should be outlined. But the problem is that this doesn't play nice with Atlas textures, so it doesn't send in UVs from just the region that you're using from the Atlas texture, which is why it ends up looking like this. We both need to crop the sprite and we need to then expand it afterward. May change the properties of the node in the editor. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's a good option either. Yeah, I agree. I got that. I'm just wondering which one of these might be better. And I think just adding the shader at runtime is probably best. The thing is, if we had a uniform that was set at runtime, which we could do, if we had that, then what we could do is we could render that this thing even has an outline, so you don't need to click it to find out. But if we don't add the shader until it's at runtime, then you need to click something and then see, oh, it's added on the plant, and then go find where plant is, and then be like, okay, yeah, that's what's gonna have the outline. It's not that bad. Either way, the way I look at this is we're working around a Godot bug. And it's kind of too bad that we have to do that. And the bug is gonna get fixed by this. And this has been open since 2024. Not even 2024. Like December, you might be like, oh, that might happen soon, but it's been since April. So I don't know when they've last commented on this. 3 days ago. Bumping this topic as 4.5 is starting. Yes, thumbs up. Good job, people. Yeah. There's the option of a global uniform too. Oh, interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. How does that work? Hey, Tenchi. How's dev learning going? I mean, it's mostly dev. I know I have Adam Learns in my name, but I'm mostly just making a game and have been for the last year. But either way, it's going well.
Whoops.
Well, I don't know how many times I do that. Whoops. You just get Apple Music off of your system. Like a virus. Define in the project settings, then call a method at runtime to set it. Global uniform. Sometimes you want to modify a parameter in many different shaders at once. Global uniforms allow you to create and update uniforms that will be available in all shaders in every shader type. Especially useful for environmental effects that affect many objects in a scene, like having foliage bend when the player is nearby. Yeah, this sounds like a good idea. What's my keyboard called? It's a corn keyboard. All right, well, let's try this out. I think it's going to be the easiest. As far as elegance, I'm not sure. Globals, shader globals. All right, so we add in a new one saying like work around this thing. Is there an issue underlying this? Expose built-in region information. Shader UV texture mapping calculated wrong when using regions. Yeah, I think we just say work around Godot issue 9355. Yeah. Hey, doctor. The good doctor has deigned to join us. So we're going to turn this on, and then at runtime, we're going to turn this off. Okay, how do I copy the name of this now? There we go. No, that's the value. Copy the path. Why is this happening here? This is scaring me. What is this? Oh, this is a leftover from the other branch. Oh, and it's going to constantly do that too, right? All right, I think I know what I need to do. Probably need to reload this. Let's go and do that. And then load this up from disk. I don't even know what it considers to be modified here. I'm just going to say don't save. Possibly it just broke. Yeah, possibly it didn't save the shader thing. In which case we'll just do it again. Yeah, it didn't. All right, there we go. Now it's saved, and now we definitely should not have any problems with this. Perfect. Okay, now we got to go modify the outline shader, and we got to say when this thing is on, which I guess we need to specify that the shader exists, which is what the camera uniform is doing, camera zoom. Oh, these are shader globals, but they're never used anymore. You can probably delete these. Right? RG camera zoom. Yeah, guess they can go away. That's from your PR? What PR? Oh, the project changes from your PR. That I know. Yeah, the shader globals, I think we got rid of when we stopped using canvas groups. And I think we just never deleted the corresponding globals over here. I think we can delete these now. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so how do we define these? Global uniform vec for my color. Okay, so let's put this up here. Global uniform vec, no, bool. This. And then down here, I'm not positive this will work. Basically, if expand and this thing, that's probably going to break. That'll be, I guess, a not workaround. I don't know. Let's try that. Okay, now we go into whole harvest crop. This still looks bad. Doesn't show up in here. So you can't modify global parameters through this. I might need to do other stuff here, and it's hard to know what else. What if I set this to that? I can't tell if anything's actually changing here. I think you need to give it a default of true in the shader. Oh, otherwise I won't know what this thing is set to. And then set this to a not. I might need to modify more than this. We might, you know what we might just do is this. If workaround, just return. The spacing on this. Yeah, that'll do it. No, that'll only do it because it breaks here. Using return is incorrect. There's no way to just bail out of the vertex shader. I recognize I could just not call this code, but then I need to tab all this in so there's an if statement. Or pass it into another function and use a bunch of in-out parameters. GLSL shader early return. Return statement. Is there no way of doing this? All right, fine. Well, that's too bad. I think just add the condition in the if. Expand in both vertex and fragment. I think this part should work, yeah, but I'm not positive, and it does break something else here. And either way, this is gonna fail. I guess we just say if false and whatever. Okay, so that's just not expanding the vertices. Then yeah, then we would need to modify the other one. Okay, got it. Okay, so we put a not here. Oh, wait a second. Couldn't we turn this off in the project then? Just turn this off and that way it'll only ever be set through this. I wonder if we need to do anything special. And then put this here, I guess. And hey, look at that. It worked. Okay, so now when we run this, how does this work? Is it just working by default? No, now it's not expanding. So it didn't seem to capture that I did that. Because if I were to set this to false, it should be broken again, right? It's not broken. Oh, I'm using two different things here. Oh, yeah, maybe that's my bad. Yeah, let's try that out. No, yeah, it's definitely wrong. What's going on here? Am I on the wrong branch? What branch am I on? Fishing farming icons, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. Did I accidentally push something in there? Clean up icons. Oh, that part's fine. Well, let's switch branches. Git stash. Switch back to me. Oh, I never merged the branch because of the lag. Is it green now? No. There's got to be some problem on GitHub status, right? This is not normal. Huh. Well, shows how much I know. Just leave that open this time around. All right, well, we're back on main. Now let's stash pop. And now mess around with this stuff. So does something need to set this at runtime? Because I have it set to true by default in the shader. No, we would need to tell it. I guess we don't need to tell anything. I wonder what sets this then. Huh. All right, well, let's just look at the documentation then. You can use it in a shader as follows. It must exist in project settings at the time the shader is saved or compilation will fail. While you can assign a default value using this, in the shader code it will be ignored as a global uniform must always be defined in the project settings anyway. To change a value at runtime, use global shader parameter set in the script. Assigning global uniform values can be done as many times as desired without impacting performance. All right, I'm still not totally sure what's going on here. Let's just call this at the very beginning. Yeah, whenever we call run game, I'm just gonna put this here for now. Global shader parameter set. Parameter set. And it's called this workaround thing that we have. Yeah. And we're gonna set this to false. I'm just not sure if this line of code fixes things. I'm not sure why it would be needed. I already have it unchecked in that settings dialog. Did this fix everything? No, it didn't fix everything. Wait, these look like they're being highlighted correctly. It's just not highlighting signs and stuff correctly. Here it's not expanding around it. I don't get it. I guess this should have said and not. Yeah, I guess so. So this is going to be going back to broken in the editor. So this truly doesn't matter here. Yeah, that's it. It just doesn't matter. So we just need a setting that we set this to afterwards. So this can be turned on here and then off in the editor. And now I think everything should be working fine. So yeah, I misunderstood what was going on there. And the documentation made it pretty clear. Yeah, this is working now. You can highlight everything the way you used to be able to. All right, that's pretty good. Well, that was an easy fix. So bonus points to Kevin for that. I should probably write in my notes about global shaders. All right. Hey, Wasabi. So now where should this thing go? It just needs to go in startup somewhere. Well, not that code, but this. And it's just whenever we're about to render something, which could potentially be on the load screen. So I guess we should put it here somewhere. Yeah, probably here. Make outline shaders work correctly at runtime. We essentially turn them off while in the Godot editor. And I mean, I'm pretty sure this is clear enough. It's issue 9355. I put it in the variable name. So yeah. All right, outline shader has been modified. Pretty easy, pretty easy. Yeah, cool. Okay. So fix broken shaders in the editor. Kevin suggested the idea of a global shader, which gives us a minimal impact. Has minimal impact in terms of lines of code and files affected. Because if we were to add a new node everywhere, then we would have needed to modify every single thing in the game that has an outline, which is probably on the order of, let's say, like 20 things. So it's not crazy, but it's also, whenever we revert this and they fix this issue, we'd have to revert those 20 things. I think this is much nicer. Did this finally turn green? Okay, I am starting to wonder about this. What do I do? There are no status reports on, let me see, GitHub can't merge past 24 hours. I don't see anything here about this. I'm hoping this just fixes itself at some point, because if it doesn't, then I don't know what we do. Maybe, I wonder if just syncing is going to kind of dislodge this somehow. Let's try that and then refresh this. Oh, hey, there we go. Look at that. It worked. Why is there a conflict, though? Because of the icon ID? Oh, the icon ID, and we renamed extractor to extractor. So our final, let's just click accept both. We want this icon, but this name. Yeah, and then let's just make sure that's in the same order as everything else. Icon ID colon ability icon display. Ability icon display. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that should do it. Mark as resolved. Commit. What are we hawing and whatting at? The problem is there are two different branches here, and branch one had icon name A and display name B, and then branch two had icon name C and display name D, and it didn't know how to merge these things correctly because both lines changed. Why did you need to push main? Oh, that part. Yeah, I don't know. Merge. Done. Yeah, my bad. I was answering the wrong thing. Sorry. Oh, why do I see grape in there? Oh, because it says deleted. Good, 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 good. Okay, this has been pretty good. How long have I streamed for today? Not actually as long as I would have expected. I don't necessarily want to start on this yet, but maybe we could get this whole thing done in like an hour. Yeah. Maybe. Okay, how about this? I'll take a break and I'll come back and we'll work for a bit or until the cat starts going nuts. Yeah. All right, is it jump time? Is it jump time?
It's jump time.
Oh, didn't even realize the cat came in here while I was on my break. Hi, Catso. Close the game. She's probably gonna come over here, and then that's probably gonna be the end of this. But still, we can try to tackle what we can, because then we have even less to do later in the week. Okay, so let's go start a new branch. Git checkout dash B. She's about to jump up. Oh, hey, Duck. Sorry, I missed your message on YouTube. You can only join through Twitch chat. Sorry, I never made my YouTube bot work with Jump Royale. So these are going to be quest changes. And how do we do this? Get rid of the cloning perk from the UI. Make quests give you points in the cloning perk. Get rid of tavern bonuses that exist for stats. Excuse me, I guess change the text of all this stuff. Can I touch my keyboard, please? Hello? Catso? Come on, Abby. Come sit down. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Oh my god. She's so cute. I will again share the picture that I took of her on Friday when she was sitting on my lap like this, just looking up at me. Little cat eyes. All right. You're going to stay there? Let me code. good. Okay, so change the text on accepting a quest or finishing a quest. These also showed in the UI, the adventurer UI. Okay. Hi. Yes. She's just sitting there. I know you can see her in the keyboard camera. Kind of surprised she's not showing in the main camera. All right. Get rid of the cloning perk. Show her some love. Oh, I definitely will have to play with her for a long time. God, she's super fast, by the way. Where do we put these perks? Town perks. All right, so we're going to get rid of the cloning ability altogether. So that's not going to show up in the UI, but now quests need to give you points in it. We're going to need to change how quests are generated and how they give you all this stuff in the end anyway. Yeah. She just wants to stare at me right now. I am such a cat person. I just am predisposed to liking cats. So where do you complete a quest? On quest progress updated. And then the tavern knows that you've completed it. Play sound. Here it is. Quest completed. What calls this? Oh, the quest actually emits an event. Ah, I see. I see. Okay, so where does that get emitted from? It must be on turning in. Yeah, here it is. Check quest progress. Okay. Put her in your hat. You mean my hood? See, I don't wear a hat. But I don't think she would like that. She is pretty cuddly and everything. I never tried putting her in my hood. She decided to sit like basically on my hand. All right, over here. So here's what I think we can do. We should be able to get the player abilities and modify the cloning skill directly. I think we have access to this. Yeah, we do. So town.modify ability, player abilities. Modify ability level of cloning. Yeah, there. That's it. Okay, let's try this out. Are you selling merch yet? Yeah, I'm selling merch. I try to take the stance of minimize profit from it. So that way people who want to wear it can just wear it for as cheap as possible. So the shirts are, I don't know how much. I haven't looked at this stuff in a long time. Let me see. At least in the US, the shirts are $13.38. And the hoodie is, you have to search for the hoodie manually. I don't have a link to it. The hoodies are about 26 to 32, depending on which one. I'm not actually sure why the price difference is so much. Logo pullover hoodie is 32. Logo pullover hoodie is 26. Why are there two different listings? Are these both mine? I had the problem earlier with people stealing this and then uploading it themselves. I don't understand. Why are there two different prices? I'm gonna have to look into this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. One is the old one. Okay, yeah, I gotta delete that then. Delete the old merch from Amazon merch. There are hoodies with two different prices. Man, I thought I did that. Oh man, that's really bad. I hope nobody got one with the old logo. It's just a little too large, I think. And this is how it should look, where it's like sort of toward the top. Oh, well. I mean, what am I going to do? All right. Let's go try this out. So this is the most basic form of this change. We haven't updated text or anything, but every time you complete a quest, you get an extra worker. So if we go build the tavern and we start a quest and then we just right click this to complete it, we should see a worker pop out of the portal. No. I wonder why not. Let's put a breakpoint there. Current level is equal to 1, I hope. Yeah, it is. So then setting this level should set it to 2. Yeah. Oh, there must be some method that's called when you do this through the skill tree that's not called now. Yeah, like on update or whatever, update ability level. I forgot what it's called. What is this thing called? On ability level changed. Who calls this? Player ability tree, here it is. Yeah, and reapply effects. I need to do this stuff. Although in this case, we know that it's cloning. It probably should not be stored in a perk anymore. Hey, Rambling. The game's going really well. I've been pretty pleased with the progress, and yeah, I feel like I'm kind of firing on all cylinders too. I started making YouTube shorts, what, 2 weeks ago? Or maybe 3 weeks ago? I don't know. But I've made 4 shorts so far, and they've been doing pretty well. There's probably a total of 20,000 views, which in the shorts world is not a ton. It's not like I'm getting, 10 million views on my videos or something, but I think that's pretty good for just having started out with these. Yeah. So I would need to call this stuff. Is there a better way of doing this, I wonder? It's really just whatever the cloning function has in here, which is on ability level changed. So we just call this, which we can't easily do. This is kind of stupid. Get ability cloning on. Wait, what? Why is it not possible to call? On ability level change. It needs to be a player ability. Does it not return it, or does this return null? Oh, I see. Sure. Fine. Wait, something's still wrong here. Base ability. Yeah, it's not a base ability. It's a player ability. Okay. Now what? Converting null literal or possible null value to non-nullable type. Okay, that should do it. Let's go try that out. I don't like that line of code. I want to change some of this around. I'm kind of just poking at this for now. I probably won't complete this today, but I want to see anyway. So I'm going to right click this and we should get a worker out of the portal. Yeah, nice. So yeah, every quest you do should give you 1 more worker. And now it's going to stop because we don't have another level of this ability. Which is kind of why I think this should not be an ability. Because this kind of makes no sense. Yeah. I think this idea of just use the code I already had is probably not the best. Update. I think it makes more sense for the town to just track how many workers you've gotten through the tavern. The tavern could also track this for all I care. I don't think it should probably be based on an ability though, because the ability would have things like a tooltip that just don't show anywhere, a max level, etc. We could make it show somewhere. I don't really think it's important. Maybe we could just have it say how many quests you've done though. Why is that broken? That's not good. What happened there? The sign isn't being highlighted all the way around. That has to do with the shader changes I just made. But I should have those changes in this branch. Update some icons. What about before that? Fix broken shaders. Oh, what's going on? Is this because of... Is this... Do I just need to relaunch this? We've even got code there. Yeah, need to reload project. That's what I'm thinking. All right, now let's try launching this. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I think we're gonna put this in a different spot. I don't think I want to do this stuff right now. This is finished. Yeah, so quest changes will probably be done by the end of Wednesday morning, if I had to guess. And then we have all of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to work on adventure progression, which Kevin's already doing. So I don't even think I really have much to do here. Or at least Kevin's doing the UI for this. I should probably look at the mock-up here. Simple mock-up for 796. Removes the tabs from the adventurers panel. Adds a new column. Cauldron here represents how much food you have. The button that does a level up and a label that tells you the reward. Covers all we need. Maybe I'm missing something that should go here. I think this is fine. I'd probably change the cauldron into just a label. But yeah, I think this sort of thing would work. Yeah. Oh, and then we had it written somewhere about how should you get skill points. I don't remember where that landed. I think we said you get it from level ups, right? Did we? I don't actually remember. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Thoughts on keeping the tabs and putting stats and level up in a different tab? So as you're playing the game, I think you're going to look through your skill points at some point. You're going to be like, oh man, I've got 1 skill point, but I've got whatever, 3 skills. Like, I'd like to get another skill point. And rather than go to another tab, it'd probably be nice to just click level up a couple of times. But on the other hand, the amount of food you have is sort of a global value. But it might not look like a global value if it's in the rogue pane and in the mage pane. So I need to devote some more thought to that and how best we could show that and have everything kind of be in one spot. And maybe it's just that the food shows up in some common area. Like this thing is common to all of the adventurers. If we just put your food up here too, that might be it. Other ideas I can mock? Yeah. The other thing too is this kind of just needs to be good enough for now, and then we can polish things later. And the polish in this case could just be moving around controls a little bit. It's not too crazy. Oh, man. Like I said, I'm losing my mind. What was I going to do? I was going to... I lost it. I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to do. Oh, it was the design document. I want to see what I was doing with the level ups. That's right. Did I end up writing it down? If I did, it'd be toward the bottom of all of this. I didn't write it down. Where? I know we talked about this. Yeah, I don't see this anywhere. I think I like this idea of leveling up giving skill points. It furthers customization as well. Is there a problem with bosses not giving them? How do we theme leveling up if they're just eating food? Maybe it's not leveling up. I never captured this as a conclusion, but I think we're going to go with this system. Every so often you get a skill point. Is that smart or dumb? I don't know, but I'm kind of surprised I didn't sum this up anywhere. Here it was. You get a skill point every so often in terms of leveling. We could make this consistent. Every 10 levels you get a skill point, then expect players to get to 50 or 60. Yeah, wow. And I just never wrote anything else about it. Oh no, I wrote it right there. Okay. Every Y levels you get a skill point for that adventurer. Yeah. I even have this here. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I've written down. I think I've shown enough that my brain is turned off where I should probably not be adding more code to the game yet. But today was pretty productive. So for those who didn't see, we now have I don't have enough money. We now have the crops actually going into the chef slime. It doesn't look like a chef yet. I can't make graphics. And your workers can pick this stuff up too. And then they have to actually manually bring it to the slime. So when you click it, it automatically goes there. But they take their sweet time walking there. And then the fishing pond has something kind of similar now. So when you go fishing, and I'll speed this up a little bit. So every time a fish is beaten in the battle, you'll get it out of the pond. And that'll also go into the chef slime automatically. So this closes the loop on what we had with fishing and farming. Originally, you just clicked and you got a crop immediately and your workers couldn't touch them. And with fish, there was just a note at the end of the battle saying like, here's how much you got. And then this thing still works too. So you can turn this on and have your workers bring potions down to there. And then that's how you plant crops and how you get more fish. Crash? What crash? The stream? Sorry, my Twitch crashed, not yours. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Anything for me? Thanks, Ivy. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I think this is looking pretty good. I like how these systems are coming together. One of the other things we had done somewhat recently is we revamped the enchanter a little bit. So now they're just spell books that you can click to cast a spell. And then there are also perks that you can upgrade for them. So we can increase our mana. We can unlock auto spell casting and then just toggle one of these buttons. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. Not a good thing to write in chat. No, I think it's fine. By the way, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but just a panic basket and question mark is typically what I'm used to. And that way I can ask other people if it's crashed. All right, let's find someone to raid. If anyone wants to wishlist a game, by the way, there's the link to it. Oh, man. Waffles is playing Mario Picross. I love Mario Picross. But I think I'm going to raid Lana. Lana's raided me a couple times, and I like her channel a lot. I want to raid her back. All right, let's go raid her. She's been working on her game strain for forever now. Let's go say hi. I hope you've all had a good day and enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow is YouTube video making day, so no stream for tomorrow. But then, yeah, Wednesday we should finish up this quest stuff, and probably on Friday, I'm hoping, finish all the adventure progression stuff. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. And let's say hi to Lana.